For our module 4, so this is entitled Time Value of Money. Okay, so before we start discussing our module, so let us have a short overview about the content of this module. So this is about the time value of money as one of the important concepts in the field of finance. So the role of time value of money will be discussed, as well as the subtopics which are considered essential to the understanding of this concept. So these are the future value and present values. Along with it is the presentation also of the concept of annuities. So students will have the better understanding of the financial considerations, especially when deciding for investment that involves future cash receipts and the risk associated with it because of the effect of time value of money. So for our learning outcomes at the end of this module, so the students will be able to, number one, have a better appreciation of the time value of money, as well as the concepts of future and present values, and how it impacts the financial decisions. Second, demonstrate understanding on how to compute the future and present value of money. And the third is to apply the skill of computing time value of money in financial problems and decision making. For the content of this module, so we will be discussing about the role of the time value in finance, future value. In this case, we will consider only equal amount of investment every year. Third is the present value, so equal amount of investment every year as well, and the annuities. Okay, to start with, let us discuss the role of time value in finance. Okay, when we say time value of money or TVM, this is the concept that the sum of money that you have now is worth more than the same amount in the future due to its potential earning capacity. Okay, or in other words, when we say time value of money or TVM, this means to say that the investors would prefer to receive the money today because if they have it now, they will have the opportunity to invest it and earn interest, dividends, and other benefits. While if they will wait for a period of time before they will receive the money, then they will lose the they will lose the opportunity of investing that money now. So meaning to say they will have no interest, dividend, or other benefits because the money is not yet in their hands. That's why they prefer it to have it or to receive it today. So this core principle of finance holds also that provided that money can earn interest, any amount of money is worth more the sooner it is received. This is also sometimes referred to as the present discounted value. Okay, so the time value of money draws from the idea that the rational investor would prefer to receive money today rather than to receive it in the future. So to understand better, let us have this example for illustration. So assuming the investor will have the option. If number one, he will receive the 10,000 pesos now or receive the 10,000 pesos after 2 years. So for reasonable assumption, most of us would choose the first option. Okay, because despite of the equal amount, meaning to say if you receive that today, it's 10,000. If you receive that after 2 years, it's still 10,000. Okay, the amount is still the same. However, it is under time value of money concept. Receiving the 10,000 now has more value and utility to the beneficiary than receiving it in the future because of the opportunity that will be lost if we will wait or if the investor will wait for a period of time and he will not invest it now. Okay, so meaning he will lose the opportunity of earning interest, dividend, and other benefits if he will going to wait for a period of time to receive the money. That's why it is preferred that they will receive it now, so they can so that they can invest it and earn interest. So time value of money is also affected by purchasing power and inflation. So there are two other factors also that affects the value of money as the time passes by, and these are purchasing power and the inflation. Okay, when we say purchasing power, this means that the value of a currency that is expressed in terms of the amount of goods or services that one unit of money can buy. Or this simply means that this is the number of units that can be purchased with one unit of money. Okay, we have here an example. For example, you have 1,000 pesos. So, assuming that an item that you would want to buy is selling at 10 pesos per unit. So, meaning to say, if that is the case, then you can buy 100 pieces of that item with your 1,000 pesos. Okay, so in this case, purchasing power means your 1,000 pesos can buy 100 pieces of that item. That is its purchasing power. Okay, so what about inflation? Okay, when we say inflation, this is a quantitative measure of the rate at which the average price level of a basket of selected goods and service in the economy increases over some period of time. Thus, in effect, it decreases the amount of goods or service one is able to purchase, or in other words, inflation reduces the value of a currency's purchasing power, having the effect of increase in prices. So here, when we say inflation, this simply means this is the state of the economy in which the prices of the commodities, the goods and services have risen, or the purchasing price or the selling price have increased. So if this is the case, then what will happen with the purchasing power? Meaning to say, the consumers can buy less because the prices have gone higher. Okay, that is the state of inflation in the market. So here, after the effect of inflation, we will continue with our example earlier. If you have 1,000, okay, earlier, and you will buy your that item, certain item, which cost 10 pesos, then you will buy, or you can buy 100 pieces of that item. But because of the effect of inflation now, so instead of 10 pesos, the price now goes up to 20 pesos. Okay, so meaning to say the price goes up. So what will be the effect? So your 1,000 now can only buy 50 pieces of that item. So that is the effect of inflation in the purchasing power, as well as the value of money. Okay? So these are the factors that affect the value of money as the time passes by. So therefore, receiving money today is worth more than receiving the same amount of money in the future, because the money today can be invested at a given rate of return, and you can earn interest, benefits, and dividends. Okay? So therefore, it is wise to receive the money today, because the amount of the sum of money in the future will have a lesser value because of the effect of inflation, as mentioned earlier, because the prices will go up and your purchasing power will be decreased. Therefore, the value of your money also decreases because of the inflation. So that's why it is better that you have the money now than to wait for a period of time. Okay, so this is the concept of time value of money. So time value of money also involves two major concepts. These are the future value and the present value. So these concepts considers three factors. This includes the principal amount, the interest rate, and the time period. So if you could notice, um, these factors under these concepts are the same with that of the simple interest. So if you could still remember in your business mathematics, how to solve for simple interest. Okay, so that is principal amount times interest rate times the time period. So this is somewhat like the same as that of the simple interest. But as we go along, you will learn more about these concepts.